Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well today. Today it is going to be another SIGURD showcase. Now this is going to be the case for a little bit. I just kind of want to, play them a bunch, get the teams done with so we can move on to other topics. But someone in the comments of one of my last videos suggested that I use him with the Festival King team. Now, I'm hoping this goes well. I mean, it being suggested, they're either, keen to see it or it's really good now. Only thing I'm confused about is if this passive actually, kicks in with the other two, not being demons. So really surprised about that one. But yeah, overall, looks like a good team. I'm really excited to, use the King team and first time using the new Hendrickson skin, but let's jump right into it. Here we go, our first opponent. Let's see it. And now this is actually, I did finally decide, since the, fantasy costumes are here, I did decide to buy the Festival King one since, honestly, all the fantasy skins are super, super cool. But same with old Demon Handy King teams, we are just going to do this starting. But little bit of news, the new PC arrived, so this is the first video recorded on that one. If the audio sounds a little bit weird or, the video quality isn't as good, I am, working on stuff at the moment. I just like to, make sure at least get one video up a day. Now, there may be videos out in the future. I think there's like 3 or 4 that may be going back to the old PC. Main reason is I do a tiny bit of pre-recording, so, well, I actually do a lot of pre-recording, but yeah, just in case, things change between recordings, that's probably why. But what are we going for here now? My favorite thing about this team is, yeah, when Goddesses put up their shield, they just get instantly popped. But I think we go 1, 2, and 3. Now I was really thinking about using this team in ungeared actually. Main reason being is I don't have UR gear for the Demon Hendrickson, and I do have UR gear for, the attack crit damage set for the, for the Festival King, but I don't have many costumes for him. I only have this one set, and my Hendrickson's a bit lacking in costumes, and he's lacking in a level in the Super Awakening. So I was a bit scared that we'd get stomped, but it's looking like we're going to be doing all right. Main reason that kind of turned me over to geared was the fact that the crit, an attack crit set with this ult 6/6 just absolutely wipes people. And we'll go 1, 2, and 3. We used a lot of our king cards next turn. If anyone survives, we can throw out the Abyss, but that should just about get rid of Gotha and Escanor. We'll have the, what's it called? The Extort. I swear it wasn't called Extort. Never mind, Gotha's still alive, what a shame. Well, there goes both of our ultimates. There's not an awful lot he can do in this match, but I'll just play it out just so we can see the ultimates, well, to see us win. But, yeah, no, SIGURD has been absolutely amazing, and actually, with downloading the new PC, I realized that BlueStacks has a new version, and not too sure what just happened. I wasn't really paying much attention. BlueStacks has a BlueStacks 5, and it is running so much smoother. If you play, Grand Cross on PC, would 100% recommend downloading it. And let's see, what do we got here? Oh no, the Docile team. Now, I imagine we're just going to get out CC'd here, and yeah. This is probably going to be a hard one to win, especially, yeah. These are the main teams I feel like we should be scared of. This and the Barn team, just because the Barn team is just... You know how the Barn team goes, but yeah, look, I don't think we'll be out CCing many of these today. Let's see who he goes for. Demon Hendy. I mean, he did get one shot, so that's completely understandable, but... And then King, okay, please no crits? Yes, sweet. What do we want to go for here? There's not an awful lot of options. I think our best, actually. 1, 2, and I think we'll go 3. We'll rush the King ult, so that way we do have revive and, have a lot more survivability than we usually would have. Hopefully he hasn't drawn, a bunch of Escanor cards and rank ups, and we can just throw out the Abyss and hopefully turn this match back around. I wonder if as well, actually, if the decreases the target stats and increases. Okay, it just says stats, so I'm guessing that'll be his HP and defense related ones as well, so we can hopefully make him a tiny bit squishier when the ult hits. Oh, yikes. Yeah, thank God we had to revive there. There's no way it's killing him, yeah. Okay, now we just have to hope this ultimate kind of kills. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Full set. Once Escanor's dead, I can imagine you'll have Elizabeth or Death Abyss in the back. That's the usual setup, and hopefully we can kill him. The Abyss ult on King is just absolutely ridiculous. 100% the best AoE ult in the game, and I know I'm saying that after it didn't kill, and I swear King just crits less than Escanor, but once we turn over the... there we go, so Escanor did actually die, yeah. Look, it is just insane, and yeah, there we go, there's the Death Piss. 2 for 2 at the moment, so that's actually really good. Could we Maybe get a forfeit? Yeah, let's go. Who knew it? Okay, and how much longer can we go? Yeah, as expected, without finding a barn team. Now, of course we are at CC, but I mean, as you've probably seen within like the last couple showcases, when like Hawk and Oslo and that came out, there is just no way for the Fest King team to beat the barn team. It's, especially with evasion food, there is absolutely no chance. And I'm glad we actually used that card first. Now we have another one and we can actually apply King's passive, which, if you don't know, if the opponent has 3 debuffs, it depletes 1 ultimate gauge at the end of the opponent's every turn. So basically they can't get ultimates whilst they have 3 debuffs on, which is really, really nice. But at the same time, this team just has so much damage potential that, and survivability at that as well, that it just cannot outdo it. I mean, at the same time, we can't even apply that 3rd debuff because he has the Nameless Dance up nod to remove our ult gauge. But bro, this actually, does that still work if it's not a dot damage debuff? Okay, it looks like it. So we can actually use the Extort debuff instead. Thought it was only the damage over time ones, but yeah, look, Demon Hendrickson is just yikes. And another attack card, and we are just about dead. Yeah, look, not much we can do there. It was destined to happen. Here we go, and what do we expect? Another barn team. I actually saw someone post on Twitter the other day, Purgatory Barn was a mistake. Now, he's definitely right, but at the same time, I'm glad he's here, because like, I say this all the time when I'm talking about Purgatory Barn. It has been so long since we had a good barn, and since Green Nunchuck Barn basically, and he is, you know, my favorite 7 Deadly Sins character. Second, probably just from how good he is in the game, Ludociel is just, oof, definitely one of my favorite characters for sure. But Barn is definitely my favorite sin as well, and just the fact that he, you know, all the other sins have had good characters. I mean, Deanne hasn't had like any festival characters yet, or like any like super prevalent characters. I mean, when Green Escanor came out, she was definitely the better one of the two. You know, Escanor was the DPS, so we saw more, like a lot more attention. But what do you want to go for here? I mean, even if we rush the SIGURD, we're basically dead. We'll just go full send. Yeah, no, Deanne was definitely the better half. I mean, that defense card is just insane. If you ever built up, she is honestly one of like, she's definitely a top, like not S tier along with like, you know, some of these other characters, but she's definitely like A tier, A plus, and she just didn't see as much, you know, glory at the time. But as you know, time's gone on, she's still used to this day. Maybe less with Barn being so, you know, just insanely OP, but she's definitely still a great character. Here we go, and let's see it, our final opponent. And I've been looking for absolutely ever to try and find a team that just wasn't a barn team. I just kept instantly forfeiting, but here we go, just go with our typical starting hand again. I mean, the Ludo hasn't got the passive, so like it's not as scary, but Escanor is just not fun against SIGURD. Like, I feel like SIGURD's one of those characters like Elizabeth that, oh actually never mind, he does have the Ludo passive on us, so yikes. We very well just get one tapped here on one of our characters. Depends on whether you'll go for Hendrickson or SIGURD. I found as well that the Festival King has insanely high crit chance. It is absolutely crazy, but what a strange play. Maybe that's alright. What can we go for? 1, 2, and 3. We'll just get rid of the Escanor. But yeah, no, like I was saying on earlier on in the video, if you guys haven't, you know, upgraded and you do, you know, play 7 Deadly Sins on an emulator, would 100% upgrade, you know, would 100% recommend upgrading to BlueStacks 5. It's a pain to set up, but in saying that, so are most emulators. Like, games just aren't meant to be played on emulators. They're going to be laggy and they're not going to look as good as they are. In saying that as well, why hasn't 7 Deadly got a PC port yet? I feel like that's long overdue, but in saying that, most gacha games don't have a PC port. Got us Liz in the back, which we are not a fan of. Yeah, and that's just about. Oh no, he's holding in. I mean, we don't have many cards of his to use, but we have the Dissolve on us as well. 1, 2, and 3. That should just about proc revive on Ludo there. Actually, never mind, they're a bit tanky than I thought. Oh yikes! I mean, I feel like with how many showcases I've done with Demon Hendrickson, I feel like I should just, you know, bite the bullet and, you know, make him Yuagia. I have plenty of Yuagia stones at the moment as well. Just haven't really been needing to like, you know, spend them on characters. Like we had Sigurd and that come out, and I wasn't gonna make a set for Tonar since she's only really used for the raid, and made Sigurds, but at the same time, you know, the blue Lost Vein, I already have 2 sets for Lost Vein, and like in these summer updates, I already have an attack crit, one for Roxy, and you know, I have 2 sets for Merlin as well. Won't really be needing the one for, well, depends on how I go. I'll see if I make the Elizabeth like an attack one, but I already do, you know, have a HP defense one for the, you know, Archangel Elizabeth, so that's alright. And it's just, units have been coming out that I've already had UR gear for, so it's been a really, really good time to save for me here. But a shame we couldn't show this Abyss ult either with, you know, everyone on the field, but this match is basically done. I'll just throw this ult off and we can win. I mean, was a very good team. I still wouldn't say it was as good as the first team I used with Sigurd, the Chandler one. I was a real big fan of that team. Just the utility with, I feel like he's just made to be with Assault Meliodas, but let's wrap up the video. And that just about does it for today's showcase. Now, Sigurd didn't pop off just as much as he usually does. I mean, in saying that, the Festival King team he is like kind of the vocal unit. He's the one you're mainly meant to be using, so it is nice having that extort, you know, debuff there, and he has got some good viability, but like I said just a second ago, he's made to be with Assault Melee. I mean, really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit that like button, subscribe, really means a lot to me. Also, I'll leave the PC specs in the comments below once again, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.